Hello, welcome back to Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, I'm gonna show you how to create not this writing, but this array of circle. So basically, you can use this in the comics or things like that. But it was actually created only using the circle node and the custom oscillator node. So let's get started actually from scratch. So I will be using SphereChalk add-on, and let's start with a circle. And we use Oscillator. So let's save this very quickly. So this oscillator on circle. So in theory, this one can drive the circle, so it creates some kind of like a pedal. And the way to do that is actually to use scale. So let's take a look. So circle by default will create this circle, and this definitely made of a lot of points, and we want to control the points and scale it. So that's the idea. We have control over the center as well, but what gonna do the job for us is actually this multiplier. So if we actually use random number and plug this into the multiplier, we're gonna get result. And I've shown you this way back ago, and it's also already quite powerful. All you need to do on top of instead of using random number is to use oscillator, of course. And our oscillator, if we just plug this in like that, it's gonna oscillate the circle. Okay, so that's pretty clear. And so if we try to use the value, some kind of value from something, or we cannot just plug the circle into the value. The circle, perhaps we can vector output this guy and then just use the value like that. So that's in the way can control the sign. Okay, yeah, I think it's sort of doing it already. Although we might need more control. So I think that's the X, that's the Y, and the Z. A better way is actually to use line. There you go. So it's yeah, I think there's a better way to explain that, why you can't just plug in the circle value there, but the line will actually works, and we have control over a lot of things. But that's the basic idea. So on top of this, we can actually randomize. I think vector noise. No, we could use noise displays as well if you like. I think this actually works better for this case. So that's probably noise scalar. Anyway, for now, let's not go there. Let's try to modify this. So we can increase the number of vertices until we get the actual sine curve. Okay, so I think this is how it supposed to work. Alright, so I think this is pretty powerful already. So we can increase or decrease this period, but also we can control the number of vertices. My feeling is that there's a better setup in order to make this like a certain pedal, but in our case we're just gonna play around. Okay, we're just gonna use the try square, for example, and then see the effects. So okay, so make this kind of okay, cool. And so far we've been creating edge. Actually, we can actually use face, so it's gonna generate an actual object, and with something like this we can always solidify. To add some kind of thickness. And with the latest Blender 2.82, we actually have Bevel that's actually customizable, which is actually pretty cool in itself. This actually can work in edit mode, so I haven't tested this out much, but yeah, this can be really powerful. There's a custom profile, and this is actually something that I like to modify using Sphere Chop add-on. So my feeling is that we might need to, oh, this one actually generate a lot of points. That's interesting. That's why we have this like ragged. Oh, we have extra points. That's interesting. What could be it? Maybe we should delete loose. Okay, so this time it doesn't. Oh, actually, maybe we need to remove double, merge vertices by distance, maybe. Anyway, don't worry about that for now. Let's just continue. So custom bevel is very cool. Let's remove that for now. Okay, let's get back to this. So we have saw and we have triangle amplitude. Alright, so lots of possibilities here. You can also use custom. Okay, custom is the one that's really interesting because here we actually can plug in our own wave, and the wave can come from vector noise or noise displays. So a lot of different ways to do this. So line, if you go put the line into vector noise, you're gonna get noise, and you can create wave already. But this also doing similar thing in a different way. So whichever you like. I think noise displays for now. And here we can control things like cell noise. Probably won't matter so much unless you have a lot of number of points. But that's actually pretty much it. So we can actually increase or decrease the number of points of the circle as well. Very nice. And you can also scale it. So I'm using this matrix apply and matrices, and this can turn the circle into ellipse. So if you're making like a comic bubbles, this is one way you can do it. So lots of control. And you can animate it if you like. Right. So at this point it gets kind of scary because a lot of nodes, but you can colorize it, and from here you can kind of mark it. Okay, which one is actually giving you the control, like the radius. So 1, 2, 3, this thing. So that's controlling it. Custom, okay, square, sine wave, triangle wave. So this one goes there. So I think that's actually pretty much it. And this actually is something that you can simply export out if you want to make AR. So probably needs to be rotated. Oh, solidify actually goes down. That's okay. So let's make some kind of bubble. File, export, USD. Selection only, maybe okay. Export USD. And this is an AR objects. You can just export it. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. This is like a circle and noise. In the way it's circle and noise, you might think, okay, why do you need all this scaling, etc.? Can't just you plug in the circle into noise displays? Well, let's see. It might actually work that way. So vertices, polygon. Well, slightly different. Remember that we're actually using oscillator in this case. Okay. Yeah, one thing interesting is this. If we use Bevel on top of this, increase the segment. So can we control the width, etc.? That's probably for the next video. I'm very interested with the Bevel Bevel thing, custom Bevel. So if you with this guy, if you actually go to edit mode, select the edges, Command B give you control over the bevel. Okay, apparently of course you cannot go too far, there's a limit, but this guy, custom profile, with a preset and segment, it's very powerful. Yeah, you can have that. Alright, thanks again for tuning in. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.